So that put him 4 under par. So, a successful stick hole for SEVE Ballesteros. And now on the 7th, another par 5, 549 yards. And he finds the green, and a long, long putt for the eagle 3. Well, that's not too bad, is it? For the first morning of the Open Championship. The man has won this title twice before. The last time in '84 at St Andrews. That's the last major championship he won. And a simple tap in for another birdie, which put him 5 under par. And so Ballesteros at this moment leads the Open by 2 strokes.
Under par. This is the 13th, just 342 yards, 16. Ballesteros with this 2.5 footer or so for his par to remain at 5 under, and what a great round he's putting together. Now he's pretty well in the corner of the course, lots of bushes and trees and shrubs in this little corner, and they have a long walk to the back to the 13th tee, which is relatively sheltered. And as I say, the 13th hole coming up, which has 6.
Hold the score together, coming back over these difficult windswept holes, where very, very few birdies are going to be made. Wayne Riley. Wayne Riley from
Seve's second shot at the 13th. And a picture so typical of this course. Oh, wonderful shot. Tail up so very much today. No chance there of another birdie, and you wouldn't bet very much money against him taking it. Man of moods and inspiration, appears to be unruffled, accepting slings and arrows of fortune. Now 5 under already. Obviously not dropped a shot of any sort, and this to go 6. Yeah. Oh. That'll be a shock to his system. That bit of green turns brown as it gets a searing glare. But 5 under, 5 holes left. Fourteenth tee, Ballesteros. Now this one wending its way back, wind left to right, probably right across, not helping nor against. 445 yards. I'd say rather these 13th to 17th holes rather like a ship or a yacht tacking into the wind, and perhaps only the 18th really into the wind.
SEVE 5 under. Seve's, there he is, off with the jacket. Clive's there. Clive, how is he?
Well, he'll be very disappointed with that drive. He tried to hold it up into this left-right wind and completely overdid it. The right hand flew over the top. He has got away with it to some degree. He's where the crowd have been trampling, and he's got a very good lie, but he'll be disappointed from the point of view he's got a very short drive. He's some 40 yards or so behind the others, and he's left himself a shot of 240 yards.
Ballesteros with one of the very few wayward shots he's played today. He's 5 under par, which is really wonderful playing, and it would be a pity if he just lets it slip away over these closing holes. If he could escape with a 4 here, well, that would be a great bonus for him. But if he should take 5, if he could then finish with 4 fours, that would be a round of 66, 67, which if he can do 66 or 67, that'll be mighty good playing indeed, and a very good opening round. Now he's got to fight the wind which is coming from his left a little bit, and those spectators look as if they're in the way, as if he's going over the top of their heads, but obviously not. He's going in the open ground to the left as we look, and he's got a good lie, Clive tells us. Has he got the power? Well, he thinks he can do it with an iron. Oh, I say, now whether that club, something very strange happened there. Clive said it was a very good lie. Clive's never lied to us before, but I wonder what happened there to see that ball. It seemed to be a snap hook over the head of the spectators. Oh, Clive, yeah, did something strange happen there? The heel of the club tangle in the grass, or what?
Yeah, I think it's one thing leading to another. I think you're a little surprised that he took an iron. It's a long way to hit, 240, particularly as the wind is slightly against and off the left. Perhaps he just was hitting a little bit too hard, and again the right hand took over, and he's in serious trouble now.
Is he in bushes or trees or what, Clive? Did you see where
he's in bushes. I don't think his ball's been found yet. I can see the spectators scurrying about, but there's a lot of bush and deep rough over there, and he looks in serious trouble.
We're waiting to hear or see Seve's fourth shot. To 15th. He's at the ball, we hear. Well, it's cleared the bushes, that's for sure. You see, maybe my money's safe after all. Fourth shot, if you can knock that in the hole for a 5, that'll be like a minor miracle. First he's got to get his way out of the crowd. Now 14th. Ballesteros, who could come out of here with the 1 over par 5, and my goodness, would he feel relieved if he escaped with that after the 2 shots he hit. Well, he never failed. What an amazing man this is. Ozzie Zeller must wonder what he's playing with. One of the greatest skills. 463 yards. You've seen the diagram of this hole, and this is the kindest wind. The wind coming from the clubhouse, from the Irish Sea. And it comes off the right-hand side. He can hit it right out at that tower of ours, that very high tower. That a much more natural type of golf swing. He's looking anxiously to the right. Well, I hope that wasn't it we saw going into the nearest bar. There you are. Isn't it amazing? I was saying how kind the wind from the right was. It would bring everything back to the fairway, and he's crossed the spectators, so he's starting today off as he finished last time, 1979. We'll see if we can find out detect anything in the swing. The hand's very low. Watch if he picks the shaft a bit quickly up into the back swing. Hands are very low. Yes, rather a steep climb. Look at the angle of that shaft. It's getting very close to vertical as he climbs to the top of the backswing, and that rather limits his turn. He's going to get out of the way very quickly. Look, his left side's way out of the way, and the club face wide open as he hit through that ball. Not at all like Seve. I think he was so conscious of the wind coming from right to left that he's just laid it out there. Well, he made a very good clean contact. It just depends what the wind will do to it. Up the left-hand side, is that his ball short? I remember him there on the final day in 1979. He's rather wandered over the last 2 holes, but to be 5 under after 13 was quite something in this opening day. And you really must make the round in the opening 9 when the wind is blowing behind you. The fortunate thing about the wind right now is that it's against him for this little lobbing pitch shot. Nice little shot from Seve, and let's have a look at how he's made this round. Look at the, well, when he launched off 2-3-3, then a couple of boring pars, then another 2 birdies where the 5s come together, out in 30, and then only that one dropped shot that he was lucky to get. That could have been a 7 or 8, I can tell you, and that is really fantastic scoring. What a marvelous contribution this man has made to golf since way back in 1976, when he chased Johnny Miller around Birkdale and so nearly made himself famous right there. He didn't wait too long to do so, and he's continued to thrill us. And look at that. Oh my goodness, have you ever seen a putting stroke like that? That was always going to be a 4. It always looked like a 4 to him anyway.
Been cut fairly close over the bunkers on the right hand side. The line from here just to the left of that, well, I think it's a large caravan or something underneath the wires of the practice ground. Holding that one well into the wind. That's more like it. So Zeller away to the right a bit, but the other two bang. 16th hole, Seve's second. Again, his old shot. Holding it up into this strong wind. Perhaps not quite so rough as it was first thing. The rain holding off, the clouds low, and promise of somewhat nicer. A few more. And it would be typical of the man were he now to grab a birdie here. No, missed it rather the same way that Nicholas did some hour or so ago. Didn't see that movement to the right. And even on putts like this, you have to make allowances for the wind. More orthodox 4. 4 under, and 2 4s would of course give him a round.
Now our happy wanderer, Ballesteros. And again, another to watch. Look down on this fellow's swing plane. Watch how sharply he picks the club up these days. The shaft of the club looking straight up the fairway at the top of the swing. I think he's happier with that one. He's not leaning or twisting. He's got his slight tilt to the right. And isn't that smashing? 3 players, 3 perfect drives. A much smoother swing this time than the violent one we saw back at 15. Now just watch, his hands go down slightly as he starts the backswing, and you'll find that the club head comes almost straight on the target when it leaves. There's a sort of pick-up. Here it comes now. The shaft goes, the hands go down, and the shaft comes up almost vertical. But this time he keeps flowing. Look how his left knee is moving into the front, and the shaft of the club reaches horizontal point straight up the fairway. Now, this is where he shifts his weight beautifully, and watch how his head stays behind the ball this time. And that lovely right shoulder, right hip, right side, all flowing under. Is that not just superb? And he will stay there and enjoy that one. Smashing swing. Frustrating when you're waiting for applause to tell you whether you played a good shot or not. It's one of the characteristics of the old links courses. Now Ballesteros, who has no more than a 7 iron here for his second shot. May have deceived you. It could have been a 6 iron, I think. There's the applause. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Well, there you are. He didn't have to wait too long to hear what he had done. What a super shot. Well, he's played some fireworks, hasn't he? Very happy partnership. The notorious 17th has been reduced to a humble birdie 3, I would think. And there's nothing quite like it in the world of golf. Ballesteros in full flight. And look at those crowds. Over 31,500 people have come in today so far, and against 27,000 in 1987. So there you go. Incredible. Just look at them. And the day's only begun, hasn't it? Well, it's lunchtime, I suppose. And there he is, a very relaxed Ballesteros and a very exciting caddy. He's got the job and he's not leaving it. Super it is. This is the most relaxed we've seen Ballesteros for a considerable time, and we have missed you, Seve. Some of the attitudes that have been going on in the last couple of years haven't been quite what we expected of the great champion, but I do realize, of course, he lost his father, which was a great pain to him, and domestic circumstances aren't as they should have been, but never mind. He's got over it all, and he's playing superb golf, and it would be rather nice if he could pull it off again here at Royal Lytham and St Anne's, where he did his first one. Now, forward to the 17th. Seve, after this incredible second shot. Tiny putt for a birdie 3, get him back to the 5 under, which he was at the turn when he turned in 30, and there it is, no fussing about. Ballesteros claims another birdie at this notorious 17th and is 5 under for the championship. There's a pattern of bunkers, a pattern of 4 bunkers that run diagonally across the fairway from center to right. And then there's like a passageway of fairway, and then 3 bunkers that run parallel to those 4, and there's a sort of funnel. There's a perfect example I'm describing. The 4 bunkers, the first line, then the parallel. The ideal shot, if you can imagine, is the one that Jacqueline played all those years ago, passing up the front part on the left with a little bit of fade that followed that arrow, the 251-yard arrow, and just moved into the open part of the fairway. The thing you mustn't do is go in those bushes that you can see on the right. That is why when Seve played it, he knocked it left into the gallery and got a nice open space. Now, is this a driver or is this a 3-wood? He's going to, well. Now, this is the most important tee shot because it could be a 3-wood, I think. He's got such a shallow-headed driver. Stand full and no alcohol allowed. Well, there you are. Nothing like a full house and nobody got a drop to drink. Look at the grandstands. There'll be a standing ovation as this man comes up here. No, it's gone right. I think it's gone right. 4 right. There's crowds of people over there, and the bushes over there, and Jack Nicklaus went over there. As I say, the last place to be is too far over into the bushes. The wind coming against and from the left, a very difficult wind. Now,
it was a wild tee shot, as you know if you were with us, and could Seve again produce an escape? Seve, of course, twice winner of this championship here in '79 and St Andrews in '84.
Oh, magic.
And the second shot played just short of the 18th green.
How many is he there for, do you know? How many is he there for?
And Ballesteros comes up to the 18th green with the most enormous reception from these huge crowds here on this opening day of the 117th Open Championship. Now, the run-up shot. Well, he must have taken a drop, I think, a free drop out of that, out of the rough on the right, because this is his tap-in putt for a 5. And it was a 5. He dropped a shot at the 18th, and so Ballesteros finishes round 4 under par. A 67 today, setting the target for everybody to shoot at.